After the funeral, we went back to Erica's house and we were having a barbecue. Leon and I started talking about just unpacking everything because Garrison's death showed a lot.
Okay, so can we talk about Maddie Brown for a second? Because that confessional in the Sister Wives season 20 premiere was one of the most quietly devastating things I think that we've seen on the show. You could feel the weight behind every word, like she was trying really hard to stay composed while sitting on top of years of hurt. Yeah, she said Garrison's death showed a lot. And that line hit like a sledgehammer. And it's something that I wanted to discuss with you guys today. Also, she called Kody dad, or not dad. She called Kody Kody. And that's not a slip, that is a statement. It's grief, it's distance, it's emotional clarity after years of denial. And meanwhile, Kody is out here talking about wanting healing while also calling his ex-wives sister witches over dinner with Robin, as if this man has ever healed anything other than his own ego. I don't know. Every frame of that episode exposed just how broken this family is beneath the smiles, the funeral, the confessions, the tension. And I really want to dig deep into Maddie's truth. And the whole thing is an absolute damn mess. Okay, hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the Mess with IQ. Happy Sunday. Welcome. I see that you guys are trickling in, and I know that this is last minute, but it's something that I wanted to get out because it's been on my mind. What exactly did Maddie mean when she said that Garrison's death revealed a lot? You know, that wasn't just a line, that was a loaded confession. And it's the kind of sentence that you say when the mask has finally slipped, right? When the unspoken becomes obvious. I don't think Maddie needed to elaborate because anyone in that family already knew what it showed. Okay? What it showed is we're talking about Garrison's funeral. What showed up? Actually, who showed up? Who didn't? Who made it about themselves? And who couldn't face the wreckage they helped to create? Okay? This tragedy was a magnifying glass over years of emotional neglect. And Maddie isn't just talking about tragedy, she's talking about revelation. Because this passing exposed Kody's inability, or I don't know, unwillingness to emotionally show up for his adult children. And it showed his pattern of abandonment, and it justified this guise of him choosing loyalty to Robin, and it had real consequences. Garrison's death wasn't just a heartbreak, it was a point of no return, and the mask fell off. Because what Maddie saw was that her father only knows how to compartmentalize heartbreak. That's what Kody said, as he put it. We're going to go over that in a second. Listen to Kody here. This is self-serving grief. Listen to this.
I would really love to have a better relationship with my children that I had with those ex-wives. I literally just compartmentalized the heartbreak.
Really? You compartmentalize the heartbreak. Okay. So that means, let's just translate that for a second. That means he knows how to suppress, he knows how to deflect, he knows how to blame, he knows how to repeat, right? But he doesn't integrate emotion. He's like admitting that he quarantines it. Isn't that apropos? Because that's exactly what you did during COVID. You quarantined your family that you love from everyone else, like they were a disease. That's why in the wake of this whole tragedy that shattered what was left that was intact of the family, his instinct wasn't to sit in discomfort and repair the relationships. No. It was how to narrate how hard it is for him, that healing has to be on their terms. Oh, well, Kody, deal with it. In Kody's world, accountability is persecution, and it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. Okay, let's listen to more of him babble on before I retort.
I don't know what to do. I would love healing with every single person I know. I would love
Yeah, sure.
healing with Mary. I would love healing with Janelle. I would love healing with Christine. And of course, all of my children.
Really? Really, sir? You could have fooled me. Hold on, we'll get to that. You could have fooled me. See, Kody's confessional was textbook, classic textbook narcissistic projection. Kody is not actually seeking healing. Sir, guess what? You're not seeking healing, sir. You want your image rehabilitated. You are choosing your words very closely. You'd love healing with every single person you know. Sir, that is not the language of grief or regret. That is the language of PR. It's vague, it's rehearsed, it's performative. The man speaks like he's campaigning on the campaign trail for forgiveness rather than earning it. Right? Exactly, Joanne. He only wants it if they come to him. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go on. Let's hear this man continue to babble.
But I think we're in an impasse here because this healing can only happen on their terms only.
I would absolutely.
Really? On their terms only? Really, Kody? Okay. See, that's why I think that he's really isn't craving connection. This man is craving control. If he's saying that this healing can only happen on their terms, this is the perfect example. In his disgusting, narcissistic mind, he sees reconciliation as a negotiation where he can dictate terms. When his children and his wives demand accountability, he calls it stonewalling. Kody always frames his kids' boundaries as emotional stubbornness because it flips the script. Suddenly, he's the victim? Really? Really, Kody? You're the victim? You're the victim of their refusal to forgive you? No, sir. No. This is the same man who referred to his ex-wives as sister witches, but he's begging. What did he say? Hold on. What did he say? He's begging for forgiveness? Where is that? Here we go.
It's the heartbreak. I don't know what to do.
Well, how about you start with not calling your children's mother witches? How about that? What an absolute moron. This guy is an absolute moron. You sitting there, Kody, sir, calling your wives, which are basically your children's mother, witches, while you're eating dessert with probably the money that the other wives made and earned with your one wife. The woman whose very presence is synonymous with division in the family. And you're degrading their mothers on national television in front of the real witch. You can almost hear the tone. It's smug. It's self-pitying, tinged with resentment that his one loyal wife, the one left standing, is there. He wants the credit for wanting healing, but not the discomfort of earning it. Why is that, guys? Why is that? It's this emotional laziness. And then you wrap that inside of this martyr complex that is just infuriating. The Roro says, having Kody as a father, I'm surprised the OG-13 turned out so well. It was their mothers. This guy said the family was a hindrance for his happiness. Yes, he did. Jen said, Robin wanted plural. Oh my gosh, that is solid. Jen said, Robin wanted plural paychecks, not wives. The end. Wow, that is powerful. Kody is fine with Mary leaving, and it was Robin begging him to keep everyone around. that tells me it was her worried about them taking money. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, let's just go over Maddie. Let's see. I want to go to this where she calls Kody, not dad, but Kody. Listen to this.
Showed a lot. Like, so with Kody, it's like, I'm angry at the way things happened.
Okay, so she's angry with the way things happen, but she called him Kody instead of dad. Look at Leon.
After the funeral,
Hold on.
we went back to Eric.
Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. So the moment that Maddie called Kody instead of dad, it was a small moment, but it was seismic because that's not casual. That I feel like, in my interpretation, is grief in its purest form. It is, right? Yes, it is brilliant. It is. It's what happens when the parent-child bond is completely eroded past repair. When the word dad no longer fits because the person who held that title stops showing up as one. That's a big deal. And psychologically, I know we talked about this before, but seriously, I just want to go over it again because it's been a little while. But name shifting like that is a form of emotional distancing. It's how the brain says, listen, I can't keep pretending that you're someone that you're not. So by calling him Kody, Maddie is revealing the truth, her truth. She is removing that hierarchy. She is flattening the relationship. She is putting them on equal footing, not as a father and daughter, but as two adults. And one of whom, I think we all know who it is accountable for a massive amount of emotional devastation. And, her doing that is also, I feel, a subtle act of reclaiming her power. Because when you give someone the title dad, that implies reverence, that implies respect. And the word Kody, by her calling him Kody, that implies detachment and boundaries. It's Maddie signaling that she no longer needs Kody's validation to define her emotional truth. And I don't think that she's trying to punish him. She is protecting herself from the illusion of closeness that keeps hurting her. Okay. She also said something else. Hold on. What did Ruth say? Ruth said, I believe it's in the best interest of Maddie and her family to stay away from Kody. Right now, yes. And I think that's why she's doing that. I definitely think that's why she's doing that right now. So there was a lot of revelation for Maddie in the first episode. I want to go to another one where she once again talks about Kody. Hold on. Let me get it ready. It's right about here. Okay. Here we go.
I'm still learning how to.
Oh, let me tap it back.
I'm still learning how to just see him for who he is.
Okay. That is a powerful statement. That line for Maddie's confessional, it's heartbreaking because she is trying to reconcile reality with hope here. So not all is lost. This translation, I believe, I'm still learning to see him for who he is. I feel like the translation here is like, there was a portion of my life that I spent idolizing this man, which she did. They used to have like this really close relationship. So she idolized this version of her father that either didn't exist ever and it was an illusion, or he's not that man anymore. And so she's facing this grief of losing that illusion. So in this family's system theory, this is like disillusionment. It's when the adult children of narcissistic and or emotionally immature parents stop bargaining with fantasy. Maddie is done. Maddie is saying, I'm trying to see him without the filter of who I wanted him to be, and I'm trying to accept him as the person that he is? Do I want that in my life? And that's not easy. Have you guys ever dealt with that? I'm sure you have. I'm positive that you guys have. That decision where family, and there's like that big push that it's like, well, it's family and it's blood and you're just supposed to endure. No, I really do not believe that. If there is someone that is harmful, there are people that are blood, that are harmful, that are toxic, that are never going to change. And that is not your responsibility. You do need to decide, though, without that fantasy lens of who you are dreaming of them to be, who are they really? And are you okay with them being in your lives? It's not easy, but it's the truth. Because when you finally see the truth, guys, you also have a chance to grieve the person that you never had in your life that you wanted, but that you don't have. And that is cathartic. So Maddie admits here she's angry because she's still trying to learn not to be disappointed. And that is a profound statement. Let's finish. He says here.
And I feel like Leon's already come to peace with this. And it's really hard because I don't feel like I have. I'm trying to understand that maybe he didn't know how to show up. And he might be hurting.
He might be hurting. So, I mean, she's trying. She's trying to have some empathy here. And that's a profound statement, guys. It is. It's a profound statement because disappointment is this chronic emotion of children raised by inconsistent and or self-absorbed parents. It's like the emotional equivalent of wanting and waiting for someone to finally show up and then realizing that they never will in the way that you want them to. And Kody's pattern of emotional absence, especially in the last half of his parenting life, trained his children to expect disappointment. Even in grief, especially in grief, that dynamic continued. So there were a lot of references, and I know a lot of the family doesn't want to go there, but since they brought it up in this episode, I think it's worthy of talking about because the family is beating around the bush a little bit. Are we ever going to get everything? Like number 20, Allison, thank you. Thank you for like number 20. If you guys have not liked this video, can you please thumbs up the video? I would so greatly appreciate it. You can support your girl by liking the video right now. I would so appreciate it. Yeah, I want to go over what Christine said because I think it's actually profound. And yes, we kind of have to read between the lines, but that's okay. Hold on, let me get it ready. Here is Christine. Okay, here we go.
In order to really heal with anybody, there has to be trust. We all need to see each other again when it's not around a funeral, so we can all start to heal a different way.
Okay, I want to go over this here because Christine's line, I think she said, we all need to see each other again when it's not around a funeral. I feel like that says everything without saying it. IQ, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Here's my translation. This is what I think. The funeral, we all know this, was an absolute disaster. Either the memorial, I don't even want to just say the funeral, but the memorial, everything. It was a disaster. It did not bring healing. It deepened wounds. I think that's what it revealed, guys. You can infer with the awkward silences, with the tense body language, with the McKelty posts, with what Christine's saying, what Janelle's saying, what Maddie's saying. It's all there. These invisible walls. And it's likely that Kody and Robin were emotionally isolating everyone, either by choice, and it could have been by the family's quiet refusal to engage with them, rightfully so. Funerals often expose these relational fractures. But in this case, those fractures were the point. And if Christine is hinting that trust still needs to be built, It means that trust was broken during or before this event. Is it not? I don't know. Maybe Kody tried to control the narrative. Maybe he avoided the hard conversations. Maybe Robin inserted herself where she wasn't wanted, which, wow, isn't that a shocker? Isn't that kind of what they do? Isn't pretty much that their behavior? Isn't that all on brand? So instead of unity, it revealed more hierarchy. Robin stayed at the self-proclaimed center of suffering. Kody, once again, is always this misunderstood patriarch who's doing the best for his family. Barf, yes. And then everyone else, as always, is left to take the blame, pick up the pieces, the emotional pieces, the physical ones, everything. So Maddie talking about this, I just want to go over this again because it's important.
So we were having a barbecue. Leon and I started talking about just unpacking everything because Garrison's death showed a lot.
Yes, it did show a lot. Yes, it did. It showed the truth that everyone already knew but didn't want to face. Kody only shows up when the optics demand it, and that's got to be heartbreaking. Allison, thank you for becoming a member. I so appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel. You guys are the best. You guys have been showing me so much love and so much support. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me going. Thank you for appreciating what I do. It puts a smile on my face. Thank you. I so appreciate it. Thank you for becoming a member. Definitely, I think you have access to the Discord, so please join. It's a great gang of people. Also, you have access to emojis now. So listen, you're supporting your girl and have fun with it. So thank you so much. So here's what's striking. Okay. It's this emotional economy with this family. It's how transactional Kody's emotional world is. Every single relationship is an exchange. Loyalty for affection and obedience for inclusion and silence for peace. And whenever anyone besides Robin and her children, her brood, anyone else stops playing along, he withholds, he neglects, he forgets, he dismisses. And that's why his statements always sound, actually, I don't even want to say always sound, they always are conditional. Well, yeah, I'd love healing, but only if, right? There's always a but. Always a but. He frames his absence as other people's choices because it preserves his image. Always as this misunderstood victim of rebellion. Robin, his sidekick, his cheerleader, his mommy, with her mommy energy, her moo energy, feeds into this delusion by positioning herself as the only one who truly understands him. Not his children, not his other wives, her. She's the one that speaks Kody. She can understand. She can interpret. That dynamic gives her power, not just marital, but like narrative power. And that sister witch's comment wasn't just shade. I'm sure he's said it many times in the dark. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one that came up with that. But she was shocked when she was like, oh, I can't believe you said that. Yeah, she probably can't believe he said it out loud. But behind closed doors, when there's not a camera, are you really telling him to be quiet? I doubt it. Because that sister witch's comment was not just shade, it was symbolic. In Kody's mind, his wives are villains in his redemption arc. The irony of that, guys. Think of the irony of that. The one who's trying to build bridges is actually burning them because he's calling the mother of his children that he wants to reconcile with witches. So stupid. What? So when Maddie and Leon's conversation revealed to me, and what this entire episode underscored, to me is that the family isn't just grieving Garrison. They are grieving the illusion of what they believe, that last thread of what they believe Kody was. Any little bit of illusion left that Kody was a good father. Any little bit of illusion left that their polygamy lifestyle created unity. Any little bit of illusion that loyalty to dysfunction can ever lead to peace. Kody, you're done for. I mean, your children are finally seeing the man behind the myth. Is that why you're on special forces again? You want to build that myth up? And that, in this weird, twisted way, is growth for the children. Because real healing doesn't come from pretending that everything's fine. They've done that long enough. They've done that for too long. Real healing is going to come from finally admitting what's broken. And real healing is going to come from choosing not to live in denial anymore. So Kody can blab all he wants that he wants healing, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But he's sitting in this stupid self-pity. He's whispering about insults like calling them sister witches, which is basically putting the blame on them, while the rest of the family is trying to figure out the fallout of his disgusting behavior. Actually, not his and his woman's disgusting behavior. And meanwhile, Maddie is here just trying to make sense of a father who keeps proving he's exactly who she feared that he was. And that's the hardest part of it all. It's like when grief doesn't just show you what you lost, but it also shows you who you lost. You know? There's a lot of loss going on right now. So I just thought that it was important to go over this because this line, what Maddie said, really, really got to me. And I wanted to dissect it. I really wanted to dissect it. So let me think. Okay. I hope that you guys are having a good Sunday. This is something that I wanted to go over. I told you there's still a lot that we have to dissect. There's so many things that we have to dissect. As you know, the second episode is going to be tonight. We might do a first takes tonight. Let me know. Put it in the chat if you want to do a first takes tonight. I don't even really want to give my opinion necessarily. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you want to rant, if you want a place to rant tonight and we kind of read your comments and go over everything, I'll give my 2 cents probably tomorrow. But we could go live just to hear what you guys have to say. I guess we can gab in the chat a little bit. Maybe we can do, I did an extended version of the Moo and Cow. I don't know if you guys have heard it yet, but an extended version will be released here soon. I think we'll do another crowdfunder for that one because it's actually, this one is even more of a banger. I think you guys are going to love it. So maybe we'll do that tonight. But I'll just get your first takes. Let me know. You'll have to put a 1 in the comment section after this video is a video. Put it in the comment section. I want to know. And if I get enough, requests for tonight, then we'll go live tonight. Just let me know. So anyway, I want to know what you have to say about this, about Maddie. And I don't even know. I don't even think I have anything fitting for, let's see. I doubt it. I don't even think I have anything fitting. Let's see. I don't think I have anything apropos for this. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. Let me see. I don't think, you know what? Actually, I have something. I do. I have something that's probably the most closest to what was represented today. Okay, so I might see you guys tonight, depending on what you guys say. If there's a massive majority that wants us to go live, we will go live. If not, you'll probably see me tomorrow. So make sure you're subscribed. Can you like the video? Get Christine's audiobook if you haven't. Now's the perfect time on a Sunday. Like, get it. You have 30 days to try it. The link is in the description. And I will just play this. Yeah, this will be a good one. All right, guys, I will see you very soon. Bye.
Let's just say we've lived here for 800 days. He went hiking with us once.
How many days have you spent with us? Like full days?
I was not here before COVID. I don't have time to play like she has time to play. 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 You're telling me I'm never around.
That's 3 times he's gone with us. 3 out of 800.
I was here for full days regularly. I remember full days here. Like, what are you doing all day? It's certainly not cooking and cleaning. I don't have time to play like she has time to play. 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 I got a lot of work to do and a lot of responsibilities. Play. I don't have time to play like she has time to play. I don't get this. Listen, there's nothing to say here.